There are a few key steps involved in preparing a multiple choice test. Let's look briefly at how we can help students study for the test and ways to improve the validity of the test. First, let's consider the ways to help your students study for your multiple choice test. It's important to give a focus for the test, especially in a course with many topics and subtopics. Clear guidelines on the emphasis of each topic can help students manage their time effectively. Create some practice questions before the test so that students get used to answering multiple choice. Feel free to use the 2 student handouts posted under Resources in Part 3. These tip sheets help students to prepare for a test. The blueprint reflects the number of questions for each topic and indicates the type of knowledge tested according to Bloom's taxonomy. There is a sample blueprint handout posted under Readings in Part 3 of this module. The test blueprint helps ensure that required course topics are covered at an appropriate level. Take time at the beginning of each test to note the time limit and the number of questions. When using the multiple choice answer sheets, tell students that only one answer is counted, the darkest shaded item. It's also important to review the college's policy on academic dishonesty before the test. It's a good idea to provide the link to the academic policy in your Blackboard course. There are 3 things to consider when attempting to improve the validity of test questions. We need to analyze individual items, analyze items overall, and analyze the test overall. If you use the college's multiple choice answer sheets for your classroom tests, you will be scanning the answer sheets using the Remark software, which will create test data. When you process your test with Remark software, you can print or save key reports which help you to analyze your questions. One of the reports is the item analysis report that shows the distribution of choices for each question, how many students selected each answer. The suggested ideal difficulty value is 60 to 65%. This report reveals the difficulty level of each question. The report gives you individual question data so that you can check for possible misleading or confusing wording if needed. Next, analyze items overall. If a student who understands the principle being examined determines the correct answer after reading the item stem, then he or she should not have to spend time searching for that answer in a group of haphazardly arranged options. Options should always be organized in some systematic manner. For example, dates of events should be arranged chronologically, numerical quantities in ascending order of size, and names in alphabetic order. Make sure that answers are not obvious to the student who has just skimmed the material. Pay attention to the score distribution of the test. Look for questions that are too easy or too difficult. Use some of the test data reports available to you. Find the ones that are best suited to your needs. The blueprint reflects the number of questions for each topic and indicates the type of knowledge tested according to Bloom's taxonomy. Refer to the sample test blueprint posted under Resources in Part 3.